Welcome to Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA, and we have a tremendous guest with us today here on our program, and Texas P joins us. He is an entrepreneur. He is a musical artist. He is a business owner. He is, heck, I think at some point he's going to be a clothing designer. He's got a little bit of everything going, and he joins us today here on BGE, and one of the your story is so fantastic because when I started chatting with you probably 6 months ago, you were a musical artist, and that's what you were doing, but you had ideas on to do other things. And then fairly recently, you started putting this studio together, and it went from being a studio to an education space, and now it's expanding into this business.
Yes,
this is pretty cool. When did you have? I guess we'll start with the artist part of it. When did you start making music?
oh man, I started, let's say 2000. Yeah, that's when I started recording, professionally to do it or in a career wise. So I started way back 2000, when music was good and fresh.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you go from doing the music thing to then having an idea to put this business together.
Yes.
So when you first started, what was the plan? And then once you got things rolling, it turned into an education system. Take us through this whole thing.
Well, the big thing for me at being an independent artist was to, create and own. We have to own, and that's the main kind of objective that we go after being independent artists. So my objectives was to be able to create and own my masters. So that's where the studio came from. I wanted to create my studio so that way I would have a undeniable way of owning my own masters. But after that, it kind of evolved into so many other artists needing the same thing, so many other artists needing educated, so many other artists don't have the knowledge of just moving forward or just a basic music theory itself. So it became this big door and this big thing that's open, wide open, and I'm just going to kind of dive right in there and get what I can get done and try to satisfy who I can satisfy on my end and bring my knowledge to some type of basis to where it can help them in the long run.
That's fantastic. We have got Texas P with us today. He joins us this week here on this first episode of the year of Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. And this week we're talking with Texas P. He is a artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's done a little bit of everything. And so when you started the studio part, when did the education part of it become this? Because it seemed like it was just a studio, and now it's become this multi-level education, music and entertainment education project.
Yes. Actually, I got kind of involved with the education side through a network of mine, one of my close associates that I have, close friend of mine, out of York, Pennsylvania. He's actually moving forward. He's working with York College. And, that's a friend of mine. He came to me. It's like, we can set this up to do the same exact thing. We can run these things as if, the kids are coming to school and coming to an actual classroom. If they want to learn, you can give them a facility to learn and to come in a safe area to be able to create their music and do their work. So that's exactly what I always envision myself doing anyway. I'm always teaching, I'm always preaching, I'm always doing something. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I could create something for anyone to come and really just feel comfortable and get a good education along with the quality product that you're already looking for.
That's fantastic. We have got Texas P with us today. He joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA, and he's with us today talking a little bit about himself, his business. I just had to have you on BGE to because you are basically what everybody thinks of when they think of build, grow, and enjoy. That you're building a quite the little deal over there. So,
Yes.
What have you been? I guess what was some of the first steps that you took to find the studio space? Because once you decide, hey, I'm gonna do this, but I need a big enough spot. What happens with this? Because you have to be into real estate now.
Yes, yeah. It's a dive. When you're doing it, you have to go full speed, and that's kind of how it went. We found multiple locations, and some of them didn't work out. One was absolutely gorgeous that didn't work out, but we all put it in positions at one point for a reason. So I ended up finding this space. This space is really comfortable. It's really cool. It's right here on the Harrisburg Area Community College's parking lot. So it's like we're right next to the college. Like we're right here, and that's what I wanted. I couldn't got a better location of where I am now. So I'm happy. We're ready to rock and roll. The computer is loaded, so we're all good now.
Wow. So once you find that space, is that what prompted you to do the education part of it, or how did the education piece come in?
Yeah, the education was always a part of what I wanted to do. Eventually, we were going to start giving out packages to where we can also educate the public on how to do their publishing, how to get their distributing done correctly, how to run their paperwork, how to get these contracts and get all of these agreements done with these producers, because there's so many producers that's running on so many games. So Right now we're just trying to educate the artists on how to do these type of things. So education and educating the public was always one of my forefronts. I just now made it to where, okay, now we can get the school involved, and we can actually push this forward to where we're bettering actual students. They're giving out credits. We can actually do a lot more with the student side coming abroad for the business.
Well, this has been a tremendous conversation. We have got a great guest with us today. Texas P is with us here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE radio network out of Atlanta, GA. And Texas P joins us today here on our program, talking about the aspect of putting not just a studio, but an education space together. When you started to put this together, I know that it's not just you doing the whole thing. You have a team around you. Tell me about some of the different people that are working with you on bringing this whole thing to life.
Oh man, I have an amazing team. My team is majority family. I wanted to make sure that the people that I brought with me was family, that we're all comfortable, that we all can see some type of growth happening, and we can all give our input. So I have my god brother which co-owns the business with me. Herman, he is like, one of my men of men's. I look up to him, even though he's a little bit younger than me. I look up to him a lot. He's a military veteran. He's the guy that, everybody wants to, stand forward and salute when you see him. So he's my partner, and he's been my partner for, oh my goodness, now for about 15 years. He's like a brother. Closest thing I can get to a brother is him. And then I also have my manager, which is also my wife. My wife also holds down all of the accounting, all of the book holding, all of the record keeping and dates and stuff like that. And then we got, big hooks. We got hooks on the other side. We're gonna be producing and building with the distributing and more stuff to come with hooks. So he's putting his input in. I have an amazing team that is just kind of pushing forward to make this great, make this idea great, and get as much as we can out of it. So that's what we're gonna do.
We have got a tremendous guest with us today. Texas P joins us here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE radio network out of Atlanta, GA. And he's with us today to discuss, basically, he's building a business. He is, this is just absolutely amazing. So once you've got the space selected, and you've got your team in place, What happens next? Are you going out and finding the finances to put this together? What happens there?
Man, we kind of how we look at anything when we go forward. We don't look at it as being finances, because when we look at the finances, we always all the time can't afford it. Like that's just, just off the bat. We never can afford it. You look at the number. I don't care what it is. You never can afford it. So what we do is we break down. We make sure that we all come to the table at once. We figure out how we can get to the subjective goal and the best way of obtaining it. And we go after it no matter what. I have songs with Swiss Beats and Junior Reed. I have, Grammy Award winning things that's going on that we never could believe that would have been able to happen unless we just kind of had the faith in doing it and kind of just knocking the goals out. So that's kind of what we go about doing it. When it comes to financing, when it comes to paying for this stuff, we pay for it all ourselves. We don't owe anyone. All the equipment is owned and not leased. So we want to make sure that we did that. So we don't owe anybody on the back end. We can kind of completely get the business when we wanted to. So that's kind of what we stuck our head and put our head together, which kind of dig in our pockets a little bit, but at the same time, we're grateful, somehow, some way, our higher power made sure that we was able to do it and we got it done. So now we're ready to open next month. So I'm greatly blessed.
That's awesome. So all this kind of just, falls into place for you.
Yes, sir.
And you start trying to put this thing together. What are some other people that you worked with in the community? Did you reach out to any, since you are basically opening an education platform, did you reach out to anybody in that community? Or?
Yes, sir. I already done reached out to the Lebanon School Board. We're getting things ready to have a meeting with them guys, trying to get the 10th and 11th and 12th graders on over here for a facilitated classroom if they want to do anything with the music production or video or anything with the multimedia side. So that's kind of our first shot, is to get into the school board and let them know what we're doing, the programs that we have and the curriculum that we're trying to offer, and allow them to see what we're doing. We're going to do our own thing regardless, but we're going to be able to bring along the school board and just kind of make it a little bit bigger than what it is. So we're going to kind of just do our certificate programs from here and allow them to see us progressing and see us moving forward. So that way, if they want to come along and get the school board and get the different county schools that's in this area involved, that is what we're trying to do.
That is amazing. Texas P with us today. Build, grow, and enjoy. You can get more information on our website, buildgrowandenjoy.com. Each and every week, the BGE Network inspires the world by bringing awareness to those that make a difference, with the belief that everyone has a story. The network's mission is to empower others by sharing great stories of change through digital media broadcasting and the power of social media. And today we have Texas P with us today. He is doing basically that. And, you have put together quite the resource here with this studio and the education background and bringing that to bear. Now, one of the things that you've talked about in the past is expansion. Mm-hmm. Where do you see this going over the next 6 months to a year, maybe even 5 years down the line?
Next 6 months to a year, I figure that I'm at least going to be getting ready to open up the second one. I'm getting ready to open up another studio immediately. We're just pushing forward to the next studio. 5 years from now, I want a school. I want a place of a location that a kid can go and get exactly that if that's what they want. So I want to be able to teach and allow the correct curriculum to be taught. So that's my main goal right there.
That's awesome. So where do you see opening more of these at?
Oh man, all over. We're looking at. I'm not from here. I'm from Texas, so of course I have to go back home. I want to put one in my community. I also want to give one and put one in Baltimore, because Baltimore, the DMV area, that's where I graduated from. So that's like home to me as well. I just put one here in Pennsylvania. I wanted one in Philly as well. So we're just going to kind of brought over to where I can make an impact, and the impact was made on me. That's where we're going to start first and just kind of let it go. Let it take us from there.
So you essentially have one, I guess, curriculum, one way of thinking, And then you're just going to expand that to other places.
Yes,
That's pretty much the plan.
Expand it to wherever is needed.
Wow.
Yes,
that's tremendous. It is Texas P. He's with us today. Build, grow, and enjoy the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. And you can get more information at buildgrowandenjoy.com. You can follow us on social media. We've got everything that you need over there at buildgrowandenjoy.com. And Texas P with us today here on our program. So what do some of the artists that you're working with think about this whole thing that you're doing?
Oh man, I have so many, people right now just kind of waiting for me to finish. I've had studio sessions already in here. I have some of the best sound in the city. So, everybody's just kind of waiting until I get finished. So that way we can have this big grand opening and they can start booking. I've had bookings already that I have lined up. So everybody's just kind of excited to get in here and see what new that they can do and the latest in technology that they can use. So that's the first thing that everyone's coming up to me and asking is about that. So I can't wait to be able to show them.
So with this recording studio, what else are you planning on doing, or are you going to expand this into video and websites and social media and things, or is this just a recording studio?
Absolutely, man. We have to do video editing and production as well because video goes hand in hand with the music nowadays. So if you're getting and this is all based off of what I've done as an artist. As soon as I put out a song, I have to put out a video. So it has to be video production along with it, and what greater point than to do it all here at one location and all multimedia, not just audio and video. We're also doing the website design, the website creation, the website marketing. I want to do it all. We have a lawyer, an attorney that's next door. I want to do trademarks. Get the packages started where they can do copyrights and trademarks. I'm telling you, the location that I have is absolutely brilliant, and I want to utilize it as much as I can. So it's just so happened that an attorney is literally right next door that does intellectual property, copyrights, and trademarks. Like, it can't get no better than that. So we're going to put all of this stuff in a package and be able to offer to the customer and the public in a good way. So that way they can see that how it works and understand it completely. If they have any questions, they can ask the attorney.
So you found a spot that's near a university.
Absolutely.
And then you got an attorney next door.
Yes, sir. That's what I say.
This
is planned already.
That's right. So what else is near you that you're going to be latching on to that you?
All right. Well, right down the street, we have what we call the Laugh Lounge. The Laugh Lounge is where all the local community is right now performing, and we have comedy shows that come, sound, DJs. So it's kind of like we're just kind of utilizing everything. All the artists that's going to come, they use the studio, and the studio will be able to produce the music that gets played in the Laugh Lounge. I am not playing. Like, we're going to touch every base that we can, and we're going to knock them out.
That's tremendous. So let me get this straight. You're near a university. So you're doing the education platform. Yep. You've got an attorney next door, so you can teach people the business of this thing, of the music business. And then once they get all their music mastered and produced and everything, you found them a place down the street they can perform at.
Boom. You can't get no better than that.
Wow. See, now you'll have to get hooked up with somebody that's doing like a limo service and work them into the mix.
Okay, so if I told you that I also own H&Q Transportation, which has also been running for like the last year and a half. H&Q Transportation, we also have that out. You can look that up right now. Bing. That's how we do that. H&Q Transportation, that is a company that's owned by also me and my brother Herman. Herman is actually Harris and Quezada Transportation, H&Q. See, that's up.
Wow.
That's how we do it. We have to connect. Our network is our biggest asset.
This is awesome.
Network. Work it, baby.
You've got a little bit of everything.
Yes, sir.
This is great.
Absolutely.
So with this, with setting up the studio and setting this building up, what did you guys do first when you got in there? What was it? Pretty much just painting the place and getting every construction.
Yeah, because with the construction, we had to make sure that the walls were padded. We had to make sure that the soundproof was good. We had to make sure that the lighting was good. We had to make sure that everything was acceptable to a new standard. So we did have a lot of construction that we had to do and to upgrade, and we did. We knocked it out. It took us a couple months. I had the construction guys here for a couple months, and I kind of really just upped the value on my owner's property. But it is what it is. We needed it, and it's actually looking very, very nice. We have our sign up, and everything's ready to go now. So knock it out.
So this is phenomenal. I was not aware that you had your own transportation company.
Man, this is what I do. Every businessman has at least 8 streams of income. I'm on 4, so I still got work to do.
That's great. So, what was it like when you went and met with some of these education folks or the attorney or some of these people, and you discussed everything that you had? Did it just kind of come together? Were they all just like, "Yep, I'm on board"?
Excited. They're ready to go. They're looking at us as a funnel to the community, and as much business as we can bring. They're happy. So as long as we can bring it in a successful way, everybody's good. So that's what we're doing. Everybody's kind of excited and ready for us to get going.
That's pretty tremendous that you have all these streams of income and have all these things networked and marketed and everything the way you've got it. This is tremendous. We have got Texas P with us today. Build, Grow, and Enjoy. You can get more information at buildgrowandenjoy.com. So how long have you done this transportation company?
We've been doing that for like 2 years now. We take people to the airport. We take people to New York. Now the COVID, we had to calm it down because we can't go out the city. So we can't go really out the state. So we've been still trying to take people back and forth. And one of our vans, our local vans, so where we pick them up at the local employment agencies, and we take them to work. And then we pick them up at the work and take them back to the employment agency at the end of the day. So we've been doing this for like the last year or so, and this is kind of why I'm so tuned into the neighborhood and the community, is because this is where I've been. This is all about what we've been doing so far. So we might as well just kind of dig on into it and keep going.
You've managed to put a cool thing together.
Yes, sir.
So I hate to ask this question because I know I'm probably going to get an answer from you.
Okay.
Texas P with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast. BuildGrowAndEnjoy.com. So, do you have any connections to any local food places there?
We got the farmers market right down the street.
Any catering places or anybody?
Make it work, baby. We get you right. And the Laugh Lounge, food place.
This is tremendous. We have got Texas P with us today. BuildGrowAndEnjoy.com. He joins us live here on our big program, and you are just the perfect success story.
Thank you. We're still working. That is. I don't have $1 million in my account, but we're still working.
Because you've managed to put a lot of cool things together here. BuildGrowAndEnjoy.com is our official website. Texas P with us today. He joins us here on our program. So what are some of your other plans now that you've gotten all these things put together and you seem to be on the road to expanding this and doing all this?
Just keep moving forward, positivity, putting tours together, actually getting a lot more out of what we're doing. And just keep moving and keep building, and that's what it's all about. I have a generation to kind of look forward to raising, so I'm trying to get everything ready to go, so that way that they're prepared to hit this industry with everything coming.
That's awesome. Well, you are tremendous. This is so cool. I'm glad we were able to get you on today to discuss all this. Before we let you go, how do we find you online and get involved with your school and everything else that you're doing in the studio?
Texas P. I'm everywhere. Texas P 717 on all social media. You can look us up. The studio is Studio 750. It's actually everywhere online right now. That's 750.com. You can look us up, 750studios.com. I'm kind of everywhere, all on Google. So we're all around Central PA. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get everybody to know that we're out here. So you can look me up, Texas P717, and you can look the studio up, 750studios.com. Anytime, we're here. Thanks for having me, my man.
Fantastic. Well, you are tremendous, and have yourself a happy holiday, and we will talk to you very soon. Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. There he goes, Texas P. And